Hey, this is Bob again, and today we're going to take a field trip. In fact, today you're going to take a walk down the main street that runs in front of my house. It's a two-lane road, a parking area, a motorcycle path, bike path, walking path, slash practice ground for the Midnight Drunken Choir here in Haebongchun, which is a very well-renowned and very well-established choir. So we're going to walk down our main street here in Haebongchun, and as we do, I'd like you to ask yourself this question. Does this street look anything like my street back home? That's the first question. And let me give you one other question. If I can't understand the street that is in front of somebody's house, or maybe if I have a different perspective on that street, maybe if it's hard to understand the physical that we can see, maybe I can't understand the spiritual that Christ is taking that person through. And if that's the case, if indeed we can't even understand the physical street, how can we then judge someone who only Christ knows what's going on in their heart? We can't. Only thing we can do is love. We'll talk more about that as we take a look at what my street looks like. So, without further ado, here is Haebongchun, all the way to Seoul Tower. Just like a street that you live on physically and you must go down that street if you're going to get anywhere, spiritually you have a path, and that path hopefully is a progression from one point to the next. No place really to rest your head as you are constantly moving towards God. God is love. He loves you and He loves me. And as such, He's constantly moving us towards love. No matter what that looks like or feels like, or no matter what that involves for you or for me, we need to love each other. And we need to love each other no matter, well, how bad it smells. Let me give you an example of how this works. Peter, a great leader in the church, was at one point so self-sufficient, so geared to defend Jesus that he swore he would do it to the death and no one would ever take Jesus. And so Jesus knew that for Peter to be loving like He wanted him to love, he needed to be broken of his self-sufficiency and depend on Christ alone, because that's where love is at. Paul, another great leader of the early church, and the reason why we dirty Gentiles can follow Jesus. His life was a road full of surprises. But look at the love that that road full of surprises led to. So I say this to you, my brothers and my sisters. I say this to you, everyone who's listening to this video. We need to encourage each other on this road to be more loving. It's not about following the rule book. It's about loving one another and spreading that love. People don't come to Jesus, and people didn't follow Christ because He was shoving a rule book down their throat. They followed Christ because they saw love in His eyes and a heart full of compassion. And as I look up now, I'll show you what I see on my way to work. This is Seoul Tower. Thanks for joining me on this little trot through my neighborhood here in Seoul. I really appreciate you doing that, and I hope that you'll take from this the lesson that I was kind of hoping to convey. The lesson is this: you're on a path, so am I. I don't know what your path is. Only God knows what you need to be broken of to be a better lover. Only God knows what I need to be broken of to be a better lover. But I know this. I know that on a daily basis, I'm learning to love more. Am I perfect at it? Absolutely not. That's why I'm still breathing. Are you perfect at it? Absolutely not. That's why you're still breathing. And I hope that by walking down this path together, we can both learn to love, and we can both learn to be that love that God has for us. Thanks a lot. See you at Be Graceful with 2 L's, begraceful.com, and see you soon.